Hello, this is Joe, and welcome back to my channel. The last trading day is December 17th. Let's take a look at the overall market. The S&P 500 index and Nasdaq Composite both fell a bit in the last trading day. Could this be the start of a bigger pullback? Likely, but I do not think the pullback will be very severe. Because if we look at the Dow Jones Index and IWM, they have been dropping for quite a while, and I believe a rebound is just around the corner. Therefore, I think what is likely to happen is that the big tech stocks that have been leading the market rally, like Apple, Amazon, Tesla, will experience a larger pullback, while the other sectors of the market will start to catch up. The market preference might change in the coming weeks, so keep this in mind when trading stocks. Let's take a look at the stocks we have been following lately. First up, the Snowflake. The price fell by 0.96% in the last trading day, but I think the rebound is far from over. I still maintain that the short-term target for SNO is 185. If you are holding SNO at the moment, I see no need to make any adjustment. If you don't have SNO yet, it is still not too late to accumulate your position. Next up is COM. In my last video I said the increasing rate of growth might be a sign of imminent correction. This is indeed what happened in the last trading day. If you have been following my advice and bought COM, then your cost should not be greater than 100, so you still have a decent cushion. But I do think right now you should look for opportunity to exit your position. Never let your gains turn into losses. Next, let's look at ONON. ONON is still moving sideways. The volume is not large lately, and it is still unclear which direction the stock will go next. I suggest you wait until the pattern is more clear before taking any action on ONON. Turning to Albemarle, the price dropped another 2% in the last trading day. I still don't think we need to worry too much about ALB at the moment. If you look at the position cost distribution, you see that the positions are very concentrated already. There is really no incentives to push the price down further. The institution holding percentage for the stock is 92.5%. Given that the 4-year low at 71 is not really that much lower than the current price, I believe the big players have already accumulated enough positions at a good price. Therefore, I would recommend you to continue hold ALB. Even add more position if the price continued to dip further. Next up is Shopify. The price rose by 3.06% in the last trading day and is testing the resistance around 120. The chart looks very bullish now. We are seeing a higher low pattern recently, which means the buy pressure is pretty strong. It is highly likely that Shopify will break through the 120 resistance. If you do not have Shopify at the moment, I think you can start to accumulate your position now. But do not commit all of your capital at once. There is a small probability that it is a fake breakout. Next up, the Shift4 payments. 4 is still consolidating around 50-day moving average. There have been 3 consecutive green bars lately and the chart looks quite bullish. Could the large red bar on December 4th be a bear trap? Likely, but we will need a few more days of confirmation before being certain. Next is Boeing. Boeing's recent uptrend is intact, and I still believe that Boeing is well positioned to deliver strong performance in the medium to long term. The continued rebound in Boeing's stock price indicates that now may be an opportune time for investors to consider adding this company to their portfolios. Moving on to TDOC. TDOC dropped by 5.71% in the last trading day, but I don't think it has much room to drop further. In fact, if you are holding TDOC, I would recommend you to add more to your position when the price dropped below 9.8. The position cost distribution is quite concentrated, and the 79% of the holders are institutions. There is really no reason for the stock to fall much lower. Next is FSLY. The chart for FSLY is looking bullish. It is testing the resistance at around 11.56. Given its bullish trend, it is highly likely it will break out soon. If you're holding FSLY, I'd suggest holding onto your position. Next is SoFi Technologies. SoFi Technologies is still in an uptrend, and I expect it to continue going up in the coming days. The bar with a long wick in the last trading day is a bullish sign. The short selling has increased in the last 2 trading days, but the bulls are still in control. If you are holding SoFi, you can continue holding it, as the stock still appears to have room to run higher. Next is Upstart. It is facing some resistance at around 83. This might be a dangerous sign. If that 30th is a fake breakout, then the stock might drop to below 70. However, it is still too early to say. The volume is quite small in the last 2 trading days. This means the market is uncertain. We will have to wait for a few more days to see which direction the stock will go. Next is FSLY Aviation. I believe a rebound for FSLY is just around corner. In my last video I said if the stock continues to drop below 126, I expect it to quickly rebound, and this is exactly what happened in the last trading day. So the sell-off recently looks like a stop-loss hunting by the big players. If you do not have FSLY in your portfolio, this is a golden opportunity to start accumulating the stock. I expect the stock to rebound to at least 150 in the coming 2 to 3 weeks. Next, we have Unity. As expected, Unity rebounded strongly from 24. In the last trading day, we see a bar with a long wick. This looks very much like institutions want to shake off weak hands. Right now, over 78% of the stocks are held by institutions, and the position cost distribution is quite concentrated. I believe Unity will continue its uptrend and might even retest its recent high at 28 in the coming weeks. So if you are holding Unity, you can continue to hold it. Moving on, let's take a look at Newell Brands. In the last video I said if the stock dropped below 10.5 it would create a very good opportunity for investors to open a new position. And the stock closed exactly at 10.5. Is this a good buying opportunity? Absolutely. I don't think NWL will drop much lower than this. The worst it can happen is probably drop below 10 and then quickly bounce back. So if you're looking to open a new position in NWL, now is a good time. Next, I want to discuss CC. The stock is still moving sideways and consolidating. It has not made any meaningful move in the past few days. In my opinion, it spent too much time in the 22 to 24 range, therefore has accumulated too much resistance. I will recommend you to stay away from the stock for now. Turning to us, the uptrend for the stock continues. If you followed my advice yesterday, then you should start to make a decent profit. If you are currently holding this, I would recommend that you continue holding it, as there appears to be still more upside potential for the stock. Next, let's discuss Fluence Energy. In my last video, I had mentioned that there were signs of a potential trend reversal, but now the stock seems to be stabilizing. I believe this is a good time to start accumulating your position in FLNC. There might be opportunities for you to grab some quick profits in the near future. Finally, I want to turn your attention to PATH. The stock experienced a huge sell-off back in June, but since then, it has been steadily moving up. It has recently experienced a pullback, but the overall trend still appears to be bullish. I think this pullback creates a good opportunity for you to open a new position in PATH, especially if you don't already have one in your portfolio. That's it for today. If there are any other stocks you'd like me to analyze in future videos, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more analysis and insights. Until next time, stay informed and happy trading.